Welcome back. Hey, this week I want to talk to you about the new Acu Archery system here. You know, we're getting a lot of phone calls, a lot of guys asking about this. And, you know, we've been playing around with this since January. They launched a target version of this back at Vegas shoot this year. Some of my guys picked some up, started playing around with them. And so far, we are a big fan of these. So, you know, it's not a cure-all though, guys. So, you know, in order to get a bow to aim really well, our method here is number one is draw length, number two is hold weight, and then third and the final piece is stabilizer bars. Those should be like the last 10% to really get the bow to aim properly and hold on target. However, once you get to full draw, there's still some pin movement that you fight a little bit, whether you got kind of an up and down or a little bit of a shimmy on the target. And I'll tell you, this Acu system seems to be working really well for us. With these, it has kind of two different movements that you can adjust this for depending on if you feel like you're getting some left or right or up or down. These wires have different stiffnesses to them. So really cool little part here, guys. You know, we've getting a lot of phone calls. We have a bunch of these on order. They should be hitting my door any day now. It's something you can come down, let's put it on your bow and try it out in the range. See if you can feel the difference, if it calms down that pin float and pin movement. You know, this is Jonathan's bow here. He shot one this last weekend at TAC and absolutely loved it. He said he could definitely feel and notice a difference of how steady his pin was holding on target. And you know, for us, we're kind of replacing our back bar and running them in where we normally put our back bar mount. Jonathan has this directly to his Hoyt bracket. For me, I'm running about a 3 to a 4 inch extension just to give me a little bit more bias weight backwards there. So you know, it's pretty neat, guys. You know, nowadays in the sport of archery, there's always something cool new that comes out, and really cool little tool here. I think that a lot of guys are going to really enjoy. So, you know, if you're curious, want to come down and check them out, bring your bow in. We'll bolt some on your bow, let you go try them in the range, see what you think. But comment below if you've tried one of these. I want to know your thoughts and feedback on it. The SOS system here, the Acu, we call it the secret sauce. So really cool little tool here. But yeah, come down and give them a try.
I'm going to give a little bit of feedback on this too. So your system comes with the hunting system, which I don't know what that's going to end up going retail, but you can come in and check it out. It's a lot. It's almost, in my opinion, cheaper than getting a back bar set up by the time you get the weights, the back bar, you know, attachment to your bow and everything. This system's going to come with your sidebar bracket if that's what you choose to use. A quick disconnect off the front, which is a straight bar. Quick disconnect off the front. You've got your Allens and your screws. But like Jeremiah was saying, the way I ran it at TAC, and Eric over there, the owner of Acu Archery, was interested in this as well. If I don't knock the light over here, is attaching this. This does get rid of the QD ability of this Hoyt quick disconnect, but you can screw it directly into the quick disconnect there, and then you take an Allen, and once you've got it adjusted either to where it's weak up or down or weak left or right with these steel cables, you'll cinch it down, and you can, in my opinion, this is going to replace my back bar. I've loved having a back bar. Back bars do great benefits, especially for Western hunters, in my opinion, but I've kind of wanted to go away from a back bar just for packability. You know, and just the fact of running it in the mountains, you want to have less bulk on your bow. So there's already, I want to say this is, was this 2, 4, 5 or 6 ounces already built into that. So there's plenty of weight on there. And then if you don't know what your pin movement is, I definitely recommend coming into Wilde Arrow. They will help you figure out if it's left or right, up or down. Eric over at Gas recommends starting most people with the up or down, if you don't know. And
I would say that's what I fight more than anything, is more of an up and down, for sure.
Yeah, if you're having dip bangs or, you know, things like that in your bow, definitely recommend checking it out. And it's an awesome system. It surprised me. Honestly, I'm not going to say I felt like it was going to be gimmicky, but I didn't think it was going to be that drastic of a difference from having a back bar. And then, like I said, it comes with this little sidebar bracket here. So you would attach your front stabilizer off the front here, and then you can attach this mount will go straight on to that part of the side bracket. So if you want to mount it to your normal stabilizer position right here and have a straight barred quick disconnect off the front, and then mount that system would stick off the side here, and represent your sidebar, back bar, whatever. There's so many options. You know, it'll go into pretty much anywhere. You can try it. Definitely recommend testing it out because it's worth it.
Well, and it's one of those things too when it comes to balance. There are certain bows when I've mounted the lower position, I actually don't like a lot too much weight down there. Like, you know, the Hoyt where you can connect to the ghost sticks. I feel like when I get on my bars that low, the bow just didn't aim as good. So on a lot of my bows, I actually like most of the mass weight being closer to the grip. So something like this would be about perfect for me. Still be able to run my front bar. And I don't mind a straight back bar system. It gives you enough angle where I can lever it a little bit in or out from the bow there. So, but plenty of options there. I think, you know, a lot of guys that get on target and they just get that last little bit of, you know, and that does come with shooting strength, right? Like you guys that the more you shoot, you're building those fine-tuned stabilizer muscles up, which always helps. But man, if you can even reduce that pin float by another 10%, man, it's better than nothing not having it. So, but yeah, reduce some weight. To your point, like I see a lot of guys running back bars now, which are getting more and more popular. Man, it makes your bow hold on target, but it does sometimes suck in the field. It's something you got to get used to packing it around, and it depends on the hunt you're going on. Like, you know, Mark this year, he's got an antelope tag. Open country, big bars, he don't care. He's going to be fine. But, you know, where I'm going to be hunting high country mule deer, I am trying to reduce the bar length as much as possible, but still get the hold on target that I'm looking for. And so, yeah, these have been great. I've shot this quite a bit on Cody's bow. He's you know, he's got that Elite set up. He bought the Target version of it this year, and you know, just going in the range shooting his bow, he puts it on. I can draw, feel, kind of see what the pin's doing on target, and then he takes it off. I'm like, yeah, it's noticeable. I can see the pin movement different on target. So, yeah, I think it's to your point, a lot of guys look at that and go, man, it could be kind of gimmicky, but that's why I tell guys, you got to try it for yourself. And, you know, risk-free trial. I mean, if you come down, shoot it at the shop and go, man, I notice a difference, great, spend your hard-earned money on it. If you put it on your bow and go, it wasn't for me, great. At least you got a chance to try it. And, you know, some of these guys will order a lot of this stuff offline and get it and go, man, it's not for me, and they try to sell it used later on. That's the great thing about the shop here. A lot of this stuff that we sell, we give guys the opportunity to come in and try it first. You know, I work hard for my money just like my customers do. It's something that I want you to come down, shoot it in the range, and I can tell you a lot about my bow at 20 yards of how good I'm going to shoot it at distance based off of how the bow is holding and aiming on target, my group size at 20. So even though it's only 20-yard range, guys, I can really tell you for how good I can aim a bow at 20 of what it's going to transfer to distance in my groups. If I can't get my bow to hold good at 20, I know 60 and 80 are not going to be that pretty. So,
exactly.
But yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool and cool little gadget that came out this year. So come down, try it out.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't really have anything else. I mean, I think that's the full kit there. And again, the guys over at, obviously we recommend gas bow strings. That's what you guys are putting on everyone's bows. It's the same owner. Eric actually owns a couple different archery companies out there. He's all in on archery, that's for sure. But I will also say, and I know it's the Target version, which is slightly different. That is a little bit more expensive package because there's also a lot more adjustability. But you also kind of don't want that on a hunting bow with all the extra screws and stuff that go into
more stuff
having
to come loose.
Exactly. So that's why they built this system. But you know, when you see some of the most winning archers out there in the target space running this system, you might want to take a look at it. There's a reason why they do that. So
there's a lot of crossover from target archery to bow hunters now. You know, you're starting to see more and more of that. More guys are shooting handhelds than ever before. So 2-bar systems. I mean, heck, 5 years ago we hardly ever sold 2-bar systems. You guys so a lot more guys are filling. You know, and that's one thing that I learned through the years is, you know, getting into target archery. I'd get my target bow set up. I'd go back to the range, and it was amazing on how steady and how good that bow would hold on target. Then I'd grab my hunting bow, and I didn't realize how much pin float movement I had until I started seeing what I could get out of a target bow. And so I'm trying to get how good my target bow feels, holds, and aims on target, and transfer that to my hunting setup now, because the downrange groups are definitely worth it. So a little bit of tinkering there, but yeah, cool system, guys. So, you know, the secret sauce, SOS from Acu Archery. So come down and check it out, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, like, subscribe, leave us a comment. You know, I always go through and read the comments. A lot of good comments on there. So thanks for everybody that's followed along with the channel so far. Hopefully we'll keep bringing you guys some good content. Remember to get wild.